Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today or this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good, thank you. Very excited about sharing your community with the 52 community and learning more about Free Geek. My name is Elaine Sheh. I'm the Community Engagement Manager at 52 Limited, which is a creative and tech staffing agency. We believe in the power of human connection and community. And so for the rest of June, we will be featuring community organizations that support our clients and talents. Today we have Hillary Shahoney, Executive Director of Free Geek, talking to us about her organization and how people in many communities and cities can participate in Free Geek's mission and various events and opportunities to volunteer. So thank you, Hillary, so much for being part of 10 Minutes with 52 today.
Thank you so much for having me. We really appreciate the opportunity to just get the word out about what we're doing and share our mission with more folks. So thanks for having us here.
Absolutely. So let's start from the very basic and talk about what exactly, for those people who don't know, what is Free Geek?
Yeah, so Free Geek's official mission is to sustainably reuse technology, enable digital access, and provide education that empowers the community to realize their potential, which is a very vague mission statement. But what we actually do is we take in used technology, and then we point that technology back at the digital divide. So when you're done with a laptop or you're done with a cell phone, you can give that to Free Geek, or a corporation can give their technology to Free Geek. Free Geek will refurbish that technology and will either provide it at very low cost to the community or absolutely free.
It's amazing. I myself have donated old technology, and it tickles me to know that it was given to someone that really needed it, right? I was fortunate enough to have one, and so really love just passing it on. Who does your community consist of? What do you see in your community?
So our community is pretty diverse. We serve about 40,000 Oregonian folks per year. But we have programs that are as wide reaching as Washington State. We do a fair amount of work in Vancouver area, and then very far south in Josephine County, Oregon. So we really are trying to bridge the digital divide in the Pacific Northwest as much as we can. So we work with other organizations that do similar work nationwide, but our focus is really kind of Oregon, Southwest Washington, trying to get people the tech that they need and the skills that they need to use that technology.
And how are you in, pre-pandemic, how did you support the community? How did people get involved, and how can people get involved now?
Yeah, so obviously pre-pandemic, it was a little bit different. Free Geek's flagship program was this 24-hour volunteer service program where you could donate 24 hours of your time. We'd give you a computer. Since that program started 20 years ago, we have many different programs where people don't even need to volunteer in order to get a free computer, because we realize that volunteerism often is a privilege. So we had a lot of programs where people would kind of plug in how they needed and kind of contact us. We had a program called Welcome to Computers, where we'd go out into communities that had expressed a need to us for technology and basic digital literacy skills. We'd work with that community, and then at the end of 5 weeks, we would provide them with a laptop, essentially, and tech support so that they could have the device that they needed. But that kind of started with like, here's a mouse, here's a keyboard, this is the way to use the computer, all the way up to this is how you can troubleshoot your computer on your own. And now, obviously, a lot of our programs have had to change and morph to meet the need of the pandemic, but also because we can't have as many volunteers and we can't be hosting large events where we're giving technology to large swaths of people. It doesn't make sense to have folks in a room together. So what we've really been working on since the time the pandemic happened was getting computers to folks who need them the most. So one of the target areas, obviously, are students in Oregon. We've been working with ODE, the Oregon Department of Education, and they've recognized that about 75,000 students don't have access to the device that they need to participate in education. So while many of us take that as a given, that we would have a computer to let our kids use to log on, there are 75,000 students in Oregon that don't have that device. So that's like a base level need. And then we've been working a lot with folks who are working from home for the first time, who maybe their company was really flexible and offered them an opportunity, but maybe they didn't have a laptop before. So now we're providing those folks laptops. And on top of that, we're hearing a lot from folks who are caregivers to seniors. And those seniors, for the first time, cannot go to the doctor. They actually have to get a telemedicine appointment instead of going into the doctor like normal. So trying to fit as many of those needs as we can and working with community partners to really build that out, because we obviously cannot solve that problem ourselves. It's something that we have to do collectively, but the community has really stepped up. We've been seeing a lot of donations of cash and as many donations of tech as possible. And it's been really inspiring to see people recognize that need and really see how important the digital divide is in our community. So yeah, that's very long-winded. Thank you.
No, that's why you're here. Please share. I know in the past you or Free Geek has offered people the opportunity to kind of learn about the technology they receive. Are you doing virtual classes right now? I mean, that in and of itself is a class, right? How to download Zoom and how to participate in a Zoom call or Google Hangouts. Are you able to afford that opportunity to new people in the tech space?
So we are providing some online education resources, but for a lot of folks, the biggest barrier is getting the device and learning how to work with the device up front. And for most of those folks, trying to download Zoom or be a part of an online class isn't even a possibility. So what we're actually doing is providing printed out materials and online tech support through a program that we're calling Digital Navigators. And they can help by remotely logging into your computer, and then they'll be on the phone with you at the same time to just try to provide you the support that you need to really get up and going. And at that point, we'll connect you to digital resources that are education specific to get you a little bit further. But the first step is really where we're focused right now, because there are a lot of folks who just don't have the basic understanding of a device to even get the computer on, get the internet rolling. So we're trying to get that piece focused on first.
I mean, education is so important. We all take for granted, we are all skilled in the Microsoft suite. And that's not easy for a lot of people, right? Who have not had the opportunity or access to this type of equipment and this type of technology. I know that Free Geek has also started a group called The Bridge. Can you talk a little bit more about what that is and how people can participate?
Yeah, so during the time of the pandemic, obviously we saw a huge need, a 4,000% increase in the number of people coming to us asking for technology. And our community's really stepped up. We've seen a lot of new donors, a lot of people who are trying to give us, $10 a month, $20 a month. And as a result of that, we decided, hey, we've never had a formalized program where we're honoring our monthly donors for really sustaining and supporting the organization. This seems like the time to do that. So right now, in the time where more people need devices than ever, more people are digitally excluded than ever, we're really trying to provide information to folks about the digital divide in the ways that they're helping. So a lot of the folks on the bridge were already monthly donors. And what we wanted to do was honor them by sharing the stories of people's lives that they're impacting and sharing with them kind of what that looks like on the ground. So instead of a kind of standard monthly program where maybe you get like a couple of perks, instead we're saying, hey, this is the reality that people are experiencing. Here's a story from a teacher who has 20 students who don't have computers. And she's willing to talk to you all about what it is that she's experiencing right now on the ground and share with you how much you've helped her students. So that's been a really inspirational and fun program to start. It's still brand new for us, and we're working like everyone else remotely for the first time, trying to learn how to do it, but it's been really successful and we've been really thrilled. So we went from having about 15 bridge members to now over 120 bridge members, and we would love to add more people into that fold to continue to support us and help us get technology to folks who need it the most.
That's awesome. That's great. And for those people who may not be financially viable to support a membership, can they still donate technology? Can they still volunteer? Can they participate? Can they be maybe a facilitator for an online course? Are there other opportunities to support Free Geek?
Yeah, so volunteerism obviously for us has taken a bit of a back seat because it can't look the way it has in the past, and we're still reimagining how that's going to look moving forward. but we definitely have some volunteers who are helping us get through this time, and we love those folks. And technology donations are a huge support for us. The other thing that we've been doing is our Tech Now drives kind of around the community, and we put a pause on those when the Black Lives Matter movement kind of really took a big step forward these past couple of weeks, but we're going to be re-engaging in those soon. So what those look like are tech drop-off sites in the community, so in wider ranging areas, Beaverton, Aloha, just trying to get access to people to drop off their tech in a way that's easier. And any technology donations really are valuable to us. So one of the things that we're able to do, even if something needs to be recycled, is recycle it sustainably and then see a little bit of income come out of that in order to support our program. So it's really technology donations, very, very meaningful to us, and support from the community is how we thrive.
Having attended an event at Free Geek, I also know, and I'm not sure if this is something you're promoting, so maybe I shouldn't share, but I noticed that you also take styrofoam and you recycle styrofoam. Okay. Because that in of itself is a great program, right? When you buy new technology, it comes cushioned, it comes with all of these things, but it's always that question of what do you do with that? So,
yeah, so so Agilix out in Tigard exists, which is a styrofoam recycling plant in Oregon. It's a local business. And we do, when people bring us technology that's kind of wrapped in boxes with like massive amounts of styrofoam, we just recycle that as a part of our business model. We try to really, our recycling team is amazing. Like digital inclusion is the point of the mission, so we don't often focus on recycling, but like they have it nailed down to brass tacks. They know where everything is going. The styrofoam obviously goes to Agilix, but like if you look at our CRT monitors that we still get in, those are full of really terrible chemicals that are really dangerous. And we know where every part of those go all the way down to the base commodities. And I can tell you that a lot of what's in our CRT monitors now is sent to Spain and turned into ceramic tile that's blue because of the chemicals that exist in those CRT monitors.
So it's like a one-stop shop. You can volunteer, you can donate, and you can feel good about providing equity in the tech space. Hillary, is there anything else that you want to add that maybe we haven't covered? Any other things you want to tout, share?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I would just say to those folks in the audience who already know of Free Geek, support Free Geek, love Free Geek, our heart goes out to you for all the work that you're doing to support us right now and the work that you're doing in the community to support each other. I know this is a really tough time for a lot of folks, and we look forward to seeing you when things open back up, and we look forward to helping you and working together to make our community a better place.
Thank you so much, Hillary, and thank you everyone that was able to join us for 10 Minutes with 52. I hope you have a great day, and keep doing that great work, Hillary. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.